answers for where the beginning is, or how far it goes, or beneath or above us. I don't know, it might just be irrelevant. Just
that's the point.
You know?
That's the point, is we are at a time where linear explanations of cause and effect are irrelevant.
Yeah.
They are irrelevant. And by allowing them to be irrelevant, what is actually happening is that we're able to move outside the light-encoded matrix that demands linearity. One of the things we are most hypnotized by is the light-encoded matrix. And second only to fear, the most hypnotic influence is light. I think there's no accident why some of our most active perceptions occur in our dream state. When our eyes are closed and the room is dark, we move into worlds of self-generated light. The light within. The light of your being, the light of the soul, the light of God. This, what Yeshua called first light, or primary light, which is the light of creation. But it's not necessarily behaving by the logical, straight line, cause and effect mandates of photon light. Photons, as the carrier weight and the connecting links of the light-encoded matrix, demand abject linear logic. They do. So much so that we have actually been able to study the stars and get all the information we have that by encoding our information system by photon behavior. Because it is absolutely reliably linear. But what we are learning is that we have a much bigger universe that responds to infinite possibility. And it makes our linear logic somewhat irrelevant. Because there is a greater wisdom that we call Logos. The greater wisdom that we call Logos comes from the God center. It comes from the Sacred Heart. It radiates in circles. Our impact on the universe is like throwing a stone in a lake. We have no idea how far those eddies will reach. We have no idea how many circles within circles will be created, or who will touch those circles. And it doesn't matter. The important thing is that we release our emotion, our feeling. The difference between the mind and feeling is this. The mind has been actually constructed from the light-encoded matrix to explain the light-encoded matrix. And as a matter of fact, every mind, small-scale mind, not big-scale as in mind of God, mind of the universe, but brain, it functions in this linear, logical, light-encoded way. And when somebody steps outside that and does not behave according to expectation, we think they're crazy. That's the mind defining that level of behavior and placing a label on it. Now, of course, within all behavior modalities, there are places of balance, places of inner balance, places of appropriate effectiveness among other people. And I think we all seek for those. But we find them through integration, through integrity. We find them through taking our various levels of experience, integrating them into a meaningful whole, a meaningful unit that exists within us, that we carry into various situations. I suspect that your lives look a little bit like mine in that you couldn't draw a straight line from the time you were 3 years old to where you are now. I imagine it would be pretty zigzaggy, or at the very least it would have gone in a number of circles, right? I don't think I've ever met anybody who could go more than 10 years with a straight line. Something happens to go to the right or the left or around in some circle. And this is the way lives unfold. They don't unfold in a straight line. This is not the way we impact our environment. Now, with our lives zigzagging and moving in circles, what is going to be the coordinating element? A center. A center. A center around which we can develop a sense of personal balance. A center around which we can pull in the data from our childhood, the data from our teens, the data from now, from experience at work and experience in our meditation life, and integrate this data. These moments of integration are actually the moments that produce wisdom. We are actually, this is how we build wisdom, is through integration. Not through streaming data along in straight lines. Your straight lines just keep on going and going, they never add up to anything. Your moments of epiphany, whether they're emotional or intellectual, don't they happen just like that? But then you look back and you see, but it was building up to this for days or months or even years. In retrospect, you can see how it was all building up to that moment, but it came together in an instant. That, I want to give you a term for that. It's called spontaneous integration.